rider chair. Don't be surprised if it starts sinking down a little in the middle of it.
Yep, that's what it did to me. But you came out right behind me, so you saw that I didn't switch chairs.
I wasn't paying attention the whole time.
Oh, come on, man.
Did you leave?
Oh, no, because
You got a low rider too?
remember that song you got?
Do.
Hear it already.
It's so we
I think I like it better like
it's
that.
so we
Like
can
that
hear
guy, that show
hear
where you
you
stood over the
and
fence and talked to Tim Allen. That man on the fence.
And I say it to them then.
well, you're soft spoken.
I hear when I'm talking. Sounds like.
I don't believe it, Deanna.
15 seconds. All right.
Whenever you're ready, Mayor.
Thank you, Karen. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the regular meeting of Mayor and Council of the Borough of Glassboro for May 27th, 2025 to order. Karen, could you please read the opening statement?
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, I hereby announce that adequate notice of this meeting, as required by said act, has been provided by adopting a schedule of regular meetings for the year 2025, which schedule was posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board, as well as the Borough website, and forwarded to both the South Jersey Times and the Sentinel of Gloucester County, and filed with the Borough Clerk on January 4th, 2025.
Thank you. Can we all rise and salute the flag, please? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Karen, roll call, please.
Mayor Wallace.
Here.
Mr. Brown.
Here.
Mr. Cossabone.
Present.
Mrs. Garlick.
Here.
Mr. Halter.
Yes.
Ms. Miller.
Here.
Mrs. Spence.
Here.
Mr. Melandro.
Here.
Mr. Scafidi.
Present.
And Mr. Brunemer.
Thank you. Okay, at this time, I'd like to invite council members down off the dais for our presentation, please. Councilman Halter, who is a good friend of the person being presented this evening, is a good friend, so I would like him to do the introduction, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here with us tonight on our council meeting this evening. Just want to introduce Casey Snyder. We go quite a years back together, he and I. We've done some business together. We've been acquaintances and friends for a long time. Back when I first met Casey, we were talking about different things, and he explained his love of running and so forth, and he was trying to run marathon in all 50 states in the U.S. at the time. Our paths separated for a period of time, and we reconnected again this fall, and I asked him how he made out with that venture, and he goes, well, I actually made out when I accomplished all 50 states of running a marathon in, so I thought that was pretty profound, and when I asked Casey, I said, well, what's next? And then he told us what was next, and I'm going to turn it over to the mayor now, and for everything I know him, he's just a strong-minded entrepreneur, he's a great guy, he's a great father, really passionate about his son, and really family is key for Casey. So I think recognizing Casey tonight as a borough resident here, he's moved around a lot, but we're happy to have him here in Glassboro, and I'll turn it over to the mayor now to tell a little bit more.
Thanks, sir. Yeah, we're very proud of our residents here. We're very proud of our borough. And anytime one of our residents does something important, does something amazing, well, we think everything is amazing. We just like to recognize such really good feats by those of us that live here that are part of the Glassboro family. And Casey, Andrew brought to my attention, Casey is one of those people. So if I may, I'd like to invite you up here and read a letter that I have for, you can bring everybody up if you'd like. Sure. And I would like to read a letter that I presented along with the plaque for Casey. And the letter reads this: Dear Casey, congratulations on your extraordinary achievement. Completing 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days is nothing short of legendary. Accomplishing such a feat requires great strength, endurance, resilience, and an unrelenting commitment to succeed. Casey, you are a clear example of what it means to push oneself to the physical and mental limits, dream big, and turn what seems to be impossible into the possible. You are an inspiration to many people, proving that when you strive to achieve greatness with conviction and purpose, boundaries disappear and goals then become milestones. I know that you take great pride in this monumental accomplishment. On behalf of the residents of the Borough of Glassboro, we are proud of your accomplishment and share in the pride of your family and friends. On behalf of myself and the Borough of Glassboro, congratulations on this amazing accomplishment and best wishes in all your future endeavors. With respect, Johnny Wallace III, Mayor. And if I may, before we move forward, this is his plaque. And the plaque reads, oh, do this back there, it's gonna read like this. The Borough of Glassboro acknowledges Casey Snyder, who has successfully completed 2025 World Marathon Challenge. 7 marathons, 7 continents, 7 days. Distance, 183.4 miles. Yeah, you heard that right. His times: first marathon, Antarctica, 5 hours, 24 minutes, 35 seconds. He goes to South Africa, 5 hours, 8 minutes, 20 seconds. He goes to Australia, 5 hours, 7 minutes, 46 seconds. To Asia, 4 hours, 51 minutes, 19 seconds. Europe, 4 hours, 59 minutes, 38 seconds. South America, 5 hours, 43 minutes, 48 seconds. And North America, 5 hours, 29 minutes, 15 seconds. Wow. And I went online to find out that he was in the top 20 of all the finishes. Awesome. Good stuff. Congratulations. Would you like pictures with everybody? Come on.
No, that'd be great.
All right, Casey, what I ask if you just stand right here in front of the podium.
Sure.
And Mayor on this side, and Councilwoman on this
I
side.
touch you while you're in that shape.
Oh,
Yep. Sorry, just like have even there.
As long as I'm not next to George, I'm good.
Perfect, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Congratulations. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm tired.
We also have representatives from the state and county to acknowledge Casey as well, after the handshake. Yep, absolutely. Yep, yep, we're not done. So, I'd like to welcome Assemblywoman Heather Simmons, who would like to present you with something from the state. Absolutely.
Hi.
Hi.
You're next.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you as well. I noticed as soon as Brady stood up that he has a shirt that says "Find a Way." I read about your journey, Casey, and the fact that it was inspired by this young man and the desire to demonstrate to him that any goal that you have is achievable with hard work and determination. And so it is with great pleasure that I present to you this evening on behalf of the Senate and the General Assembly of the State of New Jersey, a joint legislative resolution. And what that means is that your journey is not only your journey now, it is now emblazoned in the record of the State of New Jersey, forever to be part of the history of this state. And I would like to note that it's amazing to me that you were even able to fly on time from a continent beyond. And I'm gonna suggest that perhaps you did not go through Newark. I hope that's not It is my honor on behalf of the 3rd Legislative District, Senator John Berzicelli, Assemblyman Dave Bailey, and myself to present to you this joint legislative resolution noting that, inspired by your son, you've achieved what most of us would consider to be the impossible.
Thank you so much. Thank you again. No, it's very nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Oh, yes. And it is with great honor that I introduce to you Commissioner Deputy Director Jim Jefferson of Gloucester County.
And when the mayor was reading that letter about all of your very impressive traits, I thought it was just because you were friends with Andrew. You had to get through, like you had to have all those things just to get through being his friend. So that's quite an accomplishment in and of itself, I would say. But I just want you to know also it took me 4 hours and 45 minutes to walk here from Woodbury. So in my dress shoes. I mean, I'm pretty cool too. But man, to think that right here amongst us is someone that does something that very few people in all the world have ever done. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And on top of the physical traits that it takes to do all that, May is also mental health awareness, and it takes a very strong mind to power through. And we want to acknowledge just the hard work, determination, the focus, the planning, preparing, all that goes into doing something that so few people this world has known has ever done. It's a big deal. And on behalf of Gloucester County, this is also going in our history books too, which is really cool if you think about it.
Awesome. Yeah.
Of the 300,000 people in Gloucester County, you're now a part of the official record for all of mankind because you set your mind to a goal and you found a way. This is a huge deal, one we want to celebrate, one we acknowledge. God bless you, this is big stuff. And yeah, I just know I was out of breath coming from the chair to here. So the fact that you ran all those miles, very big deal. And we're proud of you, the borough of Glassboro and Gloucester County. And on behalf of the 7 commissioners in Gloucester County, I'm not going to read this. We've read a lot today about you, so we're just going to acknowledge it in our meeting tomorrow. It's going to be read into the record, and you'll be in the history books of Gloucester County. I just want to say congratulations, Casey.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Congratulations. You got a lot of presents tonight, man. This is awesome. A lot of hardware. We're going to get a picture too, all right?
Yes, for sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem. Sorry, Andrew. I made a little joke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, have come on. All guys.
There's time left for the meeting.
Pretend like this is mine. No, I'm just kidding. This really.
Somebody's got to say cheese or something.
Cheese.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you guys so much.
Amazing.
I could never do that, I did it too much.
Very inspirational. Good stuff.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for, it's an honor, it's a privilege. Obviously, I've known Andrew for quite some time, as acknowledged, but just it's a recognition. It's pretty special. I think most importantly, for my son to see this, you know, and everything that you've already attested to. But we do have a motto, it's find a way. That's what we believe no matter what the obstacle is, and just to have this come together the way it did tonight, I appreciate you all. Thank you guys. God bless you.
Yeah, you look like you carved a copy of him right now.
Sprinter and a long jumper, his favorite event.
That's right.
That's what he told me. Sprinter and a long jumper right there. That's what I said, I'm gonna watch him when you see him in the news.
Clark, thank you.
hours and then 5. I couldn't even run around the neighborhood. Well, to take 5 hours and 4 hours, that's a lot of run. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I guess you gotta hop on a plane.
All right, we will move on with the agenda, and I will turn the meeting over at this time to our Borough Solicitor.
Yes, good evening, Mayor. We have public hearings tonight on 3 ordinances. I'll read all 3 ordinances. When it's open to the public can comment on any one of the 3, beginning with 2513, amending Chapter 445, Vehicles and Traffic. Section 2, no parking in certain streets. Subpart F, Schedule I, no parking of the Code Book of the Borough of Glassboro. Number 2514, ordinance amending ordinance 2508, authorizing accepting a donation of the parish hall property owned by the Bethel Mill United Church of Christ, known as 137 South Main Street, also known as Block 45, lots 1 and 2 on the tax map of the Borough of Glassboro, and ordinance 25-15, repealing Chapter 306 limousines and Chapter 425 taxis. Again, open to the public. It's on all 3 ordinances. If anyone has any comments, council so moved.
Move the public portion be open.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. The floor is now open to anyone from the public who wishes to come forward and address ordinance number 25-13, 25-14, or 25-15.
Seeing none, I move the public portion be closed and the ordinance adopted as written.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Cossabone?
Yes.
Mrs. Garlick?
Yes.
Mr. Halter?
4.
Ms. Miller?
4.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of April 22nd, 2025, as well as the closed executive session of April 22nd, 2025.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. We have no communications this evening, so I'll move to committee reports and begin with Council President Miller.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'd just like to offer congratulations to Casey Snyder for his amazing 7 marathons, 7 continents, in 7 days. And also congratulations to the parade committee on another successful parade in Glassboro. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Councilman Brown.
Yes, good evening, Mayor. Thank
Good
you.
evening.
Yes, I'm in receipt of the financial reports for April. Also, I would like to congratulate Casey Snyder on an unbelievable set of accomplishments. Wow. And lastly, I'd like to also congratulate the parade committee on an outstanding, magnificent parade, including Ms. Danielle Spence, who is integral in that parade committee. But also, you know, the police department who helped out yesterday. I know what goes into that, and that all day dealing with traffic and dealing with everything downtown. And just to everybody out there, if you've never had a chance to attend the ceremony yesterday was really moving and unbelievable. When I sat there and then leaving, it really got me. And everything that was done was really well done. And just God bless all those out there who've given the ultimate sacrifice for us. You really walk away thinking about that. So, with that, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Councilman Cossabone.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor.
You're
I am in receipt of the April monthly report for the police department. I also like to thank Danielle Spence and the parade committee for another wonderful parade. And I also would like to compliment Casey Snyder on that amazing accomplishment. I don't know how he did it, but I even have trouble running around the block in my neighborhood, so I really congratulate him on that accomplishment. That's all I have, thank you.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Garlick.
Good evening, Mayor, and
Good
thank you. I am in receipt of the Park and Rec report. I also wanted to mention that the 35th annual golf tournament is coming up for Park and Rec. So if anyone has not made a donation yet, you still can. Get your donations in while you can. Just a little plug. Is that all right, Mayor? And also, I think we may have room for one more team, right? It's getting very close. So golfers are just a foursome, one last foursome. So we're excited about that being full. I want to also congratulate the parade committee. It was a wonderful parade yesterday. I felt like much more people came out than even last year. It was great to see all the people out of Glassboro having a good time. And also congratulate Councilwoman Danielle Spence on doing a really great job on helping out and putting things together and running smoothly. I want to also congratulate Casey Snyder on his accomplishments, something that we cannot even imagine doing, but I'm so glad that he is here in Glassboro and was able to share that with us. Thank you, and that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Councilman Halter.
Yeah, good evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Again, just want to say thank you to Danielle, Melissa, and the parade committee. They did put on a phenomenal parade once again here in the borough of Glassboro. I know that morning we were featured on, I believe, Fox in the morning. It says one of the top 5 parades you have to watch or you have to go see in the region. I definitely believe that we're in the top 5, if not the top 1 of that. So that's a really nice accomplishment and a feather in the cap for the borough of Glassboro. Also, thank you to all the borough employees that supported that and assisted with various operations between traffic and cleanup and so forth. And also would definitely be remiss if I don't recognize Casey again. Again, it's an incredible accomplishment, probably an incredible feat, for lack of better words. And you know, just what he was able to put his mind to, and you know, it's wild to think about having that done in such a short amount of time. So, thank you to everybody that participated in the parade, and look forward to Summerfest coming up here. It's our next events in the borough, Summerfest and Community Day coming up in June. So, see you out there.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Councilwoman Spence.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
I'm in receipt of the April construction report, and I want to thank my fellow council members for your kind words. The parade is for a 130-year tradition here in Glassboro, and I can only hope that it gets better and better every year. With a lot of help, a lot of support, and I have to commend our police department. They really have stepped up to the plate in the past, like 5 years, like even every year, better and better, and this probably was one of the best supports that we had. It was just wonderful, and thanks to OEM, the county, our partnership with them, they really stepped up to the plate with a lot of nuances that we never had before, that really made things run smoothly. And I want to say thank you to the 177th Fighter Wing for providing an amazing flyover. This will be, I think, our 6th flyover we've had over the Memorial Day Parade, and it really is something to see those planes, and they call it the sound of freedom, which is exactly what it is. So, with all that being said, thank you, everyone that participated. I couldn't have done it without Melissa and Neil Cullen. They were integral in getting this done, and the whole parade committee. Everybody really did a lot this year, so thanks for coming out if you were there. If you weren't there, make sure you make it next year. And again, looking forward to Community Day on the 14th and Summerfest starting this month. It's going to be a lot of fun. Some good bands are playing. I'm not going to say who they are, but you might like the one on the 19th. Just saying. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is that because you're involved in that thing?
I'm not saying, George.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
All right, that's our committee reports. We have no unfinished business, so Karen, could you take us through any new business, please?
Yes, Mayor, I need authorization from governing body to go out to bid for firehouse overhead doors.
Motion to approve?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. This time I'll ask for the engineer's report, please, Mark.
Yes, good evening. Just a brief update. Chick-fil-A's gearing up to go to construction. You can see all the cars have been removed. They're getting their county road opening permits, so we have to extend water and sewer across Main Street. So they're getting their facilities ready for that work there. South Academy Street, the borough's still working there diligently to do all the water and sewer. That's nearing completion. Both the Altius Cannabis is starting to pour curb and do work on their building and that at New Street and Delsey Drive. And Jersey Joint down at State Street's nearing completion. They got most of their site improvements done. They're still working on the building to get that wrapped up, so that should be coming soon. Bow Boulevard, which will be repaved through a DOT grant from the railroad over to Carpenter Street. They're looking to do that next week. There's a small amount of concrete work, and then we'll be milling each lane one at a time for that to main train traffic through there. For that, it's been discussed with the police departments for Glassboro and also Rowan to make sure it's all coordinated with the students in high schools, because it's still in session. So that's still scheduled for next week, weather conditions permitting. With that, and then also the Camelot Townhouse projects, they're working on their punch list. Appreciate the patience from the residents. They got a lot of work out there to do for water, sewer cleanouts and that stuff. And both those projects will be paved later this summer and get that all closed out. So appreciate everybody's patience out there. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Anything else from Mark? Thanks again, Mark. And at this time, I will again turn the meeting over to our Borough Solicitor.
Thank you, Mayor. Under our consent agenda tonight, we have the following resolutions, beginning with 164, authorizing renewal of alcoholic beverage licenses for the year 2025-26. 165 is being tabled tonight. Moving on to 166, rejecting bids submitted for concrete work for the firehouse addition in the Borough of Glassboro. 167, authorizing purchase of two 2025 Chevrolet Silverados 2500 HD four-wheel double cab utility vehicles. Hedrick Fleet Services. 168, authorizing the purchase of two 2025 Peterbilt 548 one-arm trash trucks with automated side loader from under the National Cooperative Purchasing Program Sourcewell. 169, purchase of one 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 3500 four-wheel red cab work truck with plow from Pellegrino Chevrolet. 170, agreement for professional services with the Borough of Glassboro, Sickles and Associates, 2026 NJ DOT Municipal Roadway State Aid Application, Roadway Construction Project. 171, again, purchase of two 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD four-wheel drive regular cab work truck. Heritage Fleet Services, Inc. 172, purchase of one 2025 Chevrolet Tahoe. Borough of Glassboro Code Enforcement Department from Hertrick Gentilini under a New Jersey state contract. 173, the resolution of the Borough of Glassboro, Gloucester County, authorizing a second amendment to the redevelopment agreement for Block 40, lots 1, 2, 3, 4.02, and 13, Block 44, lots 20, 21, 22, 03, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 26.01 for what is known as the project area. And that they are the resolution this evening, excluding resolution number 165, which is being tabled. Council moves for approval. Roll call vote.
Move for approval?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Crossbone,
4.
Mrs. Garlick,
Approve.
Mr. Halter,
Yes.
Ms. Miller,
4.
Mrs. Spence.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mayor, we have two ordinances for introduction tonight by title only, beginning with 2516, an ordinance approving a financial agreement pursuant to 5-year tax exemption and abatement law with the Shabab at Rowan, Inc. for Block 21, Lot 8, and ordinance 2517, approving a financial agreement pursuant to the 5-year tax exemption and abatement law with Vision Glassboro QOZB LLC for Block 413, Lot 14. They are the two ordinances. If council moves for introduction, roll call vote.
Move for introduction.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Crossbone.
Yes.
Mrs. Garlick,
Yes.
Mr. Halter,
4.
Ms. Miller,
4.
Mrs. Spence.
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to open the public portion.
Move the public portion be open.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. The floor is now open to anyone from the public who would like to come forward and address mayor and council.
Members of the public, if you do approach our rules and regulations, just note when you approach, if you would identify yourself, name and address, and there is a 5-minute limitation. Thank you.
All right, this is my first time, so
Welcome.
give me some leniency.
Take your time.
My name's Jeffrey Barron. My address is 487 North Palace Drive in Glassboro. Good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of council. I'm here to speak to you today about discussion about the right of townhome owners to have fences in this community. I know this is typically something that may be addressed at planning and the zoning committee, but I wanted to bring it to you today. That being said, I have several points, but I additionally want to kind of explain the background of my presentation here today. I personally sought HOA approval for this, which was granted. I spoke to a representative from the zoning office on 5/15 at 12:43 p.m., discussed the situation with them, and they told me no problem. Takes 3 to 4 days to get this approved if you just bring all of your information down, along with the townhouse zoning map and the contractor information. Like I said, takes 3 to 4 days to get approved. Received a quote. Got the contractor as suggested, submitted a deposit to those folks, and presented to the zoning office on the 23rd, this past Friday, and I was basically told that the permit would be denied. So I just would like to review just quickly about townhomes and fences. Given that townhomes in and of themselves just share walls, common areas, having the opportunity to have a fence kind of gives you a defined private outdoor space, somewhere safe if you have children to play, pets to roam around, and basically to enjoy your own property without sharing that with others. As this community continues to grow, I would presume it's the desire of everybody here to have residents come and families to grow and stay here. Prior to moving to Glassboro, I was in Philadelphia for 10 years and northeastern PA for 22 before that. So I tend to move somewhere and not leave. That being said, although this might seem very small and not correlate with anything, it's the small things that really make people want to stay in communities. Second, and I know, having reviewed many of you on the committee here, you're committed to public safety, have worked in public safety, et cetera. I personally think that's very important as I work as a trauma surgeon, so people being safe and healthy is relatively important to me. So that being said, I'm here to kind of talk about the safety of fire planning, which seems to be a concern initially in the documentation. But I'm not advocating here for an unregulated or haphazard fencing, rather the opposite. With proper guidelines using fire-resistant materials, which I found out that vinyl is resistant up to over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on what you use. And allow with ensuring access to all of the properties in the community, that this is not only safe, but also can provide benefit to emergency services personnel, both from law enforcement and fire safety, by having coordinated paths. Third, point I want to just bring up is that of the property value and maintenance. Well-regulated fences not only enhance individual homes, but they look and feel great in a community. Having 2 dogs at home, trust me, if I could let them go run for a little while, that would be amazing. But that being said, there are many surrounding communities, including that of Washington Township, Clarksboro, and other locations that have no problem with this at all. And I'm going to be honest with you, having moved here a year ago, I've hit a lot of resistance working with the community here. From this project to, I've had 4 tax bills to this point, and none of them have yet to arrive at my house, and I call every month and say, you just have to pay the bill, it's an ordinance, which I get. I have no problem paying it, but if I walked up to you and said, hey, give me $500 or $1,000 or $2,000, you probably wouldn't want to do that either. So I just wanted to bring this to you here today. I appreciate you listening to my current situation. As the warmer months are moving along, I hope that this could be something that we can talk about and potentially address as a community. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Seeing no others, I'll make a motion to close the public portion.
Second.
Hold
Oh.
on. I'll hold off for a second.
Good evening, council.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Andrew Wall. I'm 512 Fifth Avenue, Elk Township. Graduated from Glassboro High School, been in and out of this town about 50 years. And go to Angelo's quite a bit. And I had an incident where I went to Angelo's last Monday. And I always park right out there in front of Angelo's. Sometimes I park in the parking lot. This time I parked right on the end of the street right there at Angelo's, and I just took my pickup truck, lined it up with the curb, backed it up very gently, did not jump the curb. There's a concrete trash can that sits on that corner. And when I looked, corner of my truck just rubbed up against that trash can. Quarter inch. How much I can't see that much, a quarter inch when I'm backing up. But I come over and explained that to the police officer that what had happened to my truck. I took pictures of it. I can show you exactly where the truck was parked. It's parked correctly. Tires 2 inches off the curb. That metal concrete trash container was moved by someone. I don't know who. I parked in that spot many a times. Whenever I back up my truck, I don't hit that trash can. But this particular day, I took pictures of it. I could see where the marks was there, where somebody physically pushed that trash can towards the street. And it just happened to be close enough to rub my truck. And I just want to know if there's anything I can do to see if there's any insurance through the borough that could have my truck fixed. Because I don't feel it was my fault that trash can was moved. Whose responsibility it is, I don't know. I mean, they emptied the trash cans. I see the trash can was empty. The guy who does that, if he's looking and see it's not in place, maybe he'll put it back in place. But I don't feel as though it's for me to know that trash can's out of place when I back my truck up there a matter of a quarter inch. And I'm parked correctly between the curb and the street. And I'd just like to find out if there's an answer for me to where I could figure out if something can be done to fix my truck.
Were the police there?
I came over and talked to them. They came over and gave me an incident report, which will be done in 5 working days, which will be tomorrow.
Okay,
But I reported it.
okay,
And I got pictures of it showing exactly the position of my truck, where it was at.
okay.
And I showed them to the officer. He's coming at me with, it's not legal to park there on that section of highway. I said, well, I don't see a now parking sign. I've been parking there for 40 years. I never knew. He said, well, sometimes you don't have places where you put all the signs at. How am I supposed to know that? Otherwise, I wouldn't have parked there if there was a sign there, but everybody parks there. This metal trash can, concrete trash can, it got me. If it hadn't been moved over, we wouldn't have had no problem. The telephone pole stays still, the sign stays still, but somebody moved this trash can over to where you couldn't judge it backing up. And I'm here to find out whose responsibility. Is it mine? Is it the borough's? I don't know.
I would, as I sit here now, I would have to say that I'd be inclined to wait for the incident report from the police before any kind of decision can be made. Because, none of us were there. The police officer was there. They'll fill out the report. And once we get the facts of that, then I think other questions can be answered.
Okay.
But I don't think that any of us are prepared to answer. Are we legally, can you answer that now, Tim?
No, normally what would happen is you would come and present your claim to the clerk's office.
It's me.
Ms. Karen down there at the
Okay,
clerk's
Karen.
office. And then you're gonna have to fill out this claim form. And then it's sent to our insurance company for their review. It is a process. That's how it starts. You would make
Okay,
a copy.
okay.
Keep a copy for the original copy, fill out this form, and then it goes through the system. I can't tell you what the answer is, but that's where it
Like I
starts.
said, I have all the pictures showing exactly where that truck was at, right where somebody pushed that thing over. You can look at the ground. They moved it back to where it's supposed to be at, but it wasn't there Monday. So can
I can supply you with my information and we can get you the,
in during the day?
yes, sir, I'm right in this office, right over here, right across from the tax office.
I will get my police report. I should be done tomorrow, and I'll stop by and talk to you.
Sounds perfect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Seeing no others, I'll continue my previous motion with closing the public portion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to close the public portion. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. The public portion is now closed. I will now entertain a motion to approve all duly authorized bills.
Motion to approve all duly authorized bills.
Second to approve all duly authorized bills.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve all duly authorized bills. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions?
Mayor, I have abstentions as noted to the clerk before the meeting.
Oh, Very nice, okay.
Good job.
Everything else is,
Very nice, thank you very much.
George, you would have threw me off if I
So the
read all these.
extensions have been noted, motion carries. Any closing comments from our administrator? I would just like to first thank everyone that has attended the meeting tonight, all those that shared their concerns. They will all be looked into, because that is the way the borough does things. I would like to congratulate, like everyone else, the parade committee on another outstanding parade. Having talked to a whole lot of people making that walk, heard nothing but positive things just about the entire event. The people that attended the event, the people that participated in the event, the people that were working the event, the memorial at the end, everything was just phenomenal. So congratulations and thank you to the parade committee for that. Again, congratulations to Casey Snyder, who, oh my goodness, that's just amazing. That's all I got to say about that. Congratulations to him again. I'd like to recognize the Gloucester County and the state of New Jersey representatives that came out to also recognize one of our own. I think that's very, very big as well. And back to the parade committee, to all of those, the police department, the roads department, and even members of administration that were out putting chairs away at the end of the event. Thank you all for your participation in making a very, no pun intended, memorial event very memorable, I should say. And with that, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn?
We have a
Second.
motion on the floor to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Our next regular meeting will be June 24th, 2024, or 2025, 6 p.m. Thank you, everybody.